Jarracharra, the Winds of the Dry Season exhibition sprinkled some fairy dust on Rabat last Wednesday. The Australian Embassy in Morocco, in partnership with Abla Babu Gallery, immersed the cultural capital of Africa momentarily into the picturesque universe of indigenous culture. This exhibition features vibrant indigenous fabrics, hand-printed by indigenous women from Maningrida, given free rein to their creativity, immortalizing ancestral stories of the Maningrida people, and granting them full control over their financial future. Mr. Michael Cutts, ambassador of Australia in Morocco, welcomed the crowd warmly, who were engrossed in his speech outlining the exhibition's history, purpose, and relevance to Morocco.
It was first prepared for a major exhibition at the UN International Year of Languages back in 2019, and so it went to Paris, and it was very successful there. It was in Paris for about 3 months, and it had such a great response from the public that it then went touring, and has eventually come here. It's been in Berlin, it's been to Kuwait, Dubai, it's been to another place in Paris. Why did it come here? Well, we thought, obviously, and we might get to that question about when you look at these works of art and the fact that they're Aboriginal women, textiles, there's a great connection we saw straight away with Moroccan women. So I was really pleased that we were able to bring this exhibition here for a start, to actually start the process of letting the Moroccan people know about Australian culture. Aboriginal culture is one of the oldest continuous living cultures in the world. It's 65,000 years. From the African continent that they came across to the Australian continent and the Torres Strait Islands. So there's a lot of stereotypes between our two countries. When I go around, everyone knows the Sydney Opera House, koalas, kangaroos, and that's fine. Here's rock. And also on the Australian side, a lot of people think of Marrakesh and tourism and textiles, artisanal things.
These indigenous textile works, in their originality, liveliness, and the color palette adopted, are largely reminiscent of the Amazigh and Sub-Saharan African textile artwork. Clear as day, the similitude gave way for unmatched creativity. A unique piece of art signed by Yasmina Dadi, where the majestic kaftan, Moroccan traditional dress, meets the chromatic indigenous fabrics. Well, I'm delighted to be a part of this exhibition because, first of all, it allowed me to know the Aboriginal art through the Aboriginal textile art. It's handmade, it's very beautiful, and it's very good quality. When I was asked to work on the kaftan, I said to myself that it would be very difficult. But as it is of a great quality of cotton, I could work it very easily. I had no problem neither in the cutting nor in the sewing. But in any case, I'm very pleased because I discovered the world. I discovered the Aboriginal art. And I'm also thrilled to be the link between Moroccan crafts and Australian Aboriginal crafts. Thank you for having chosen me to be the bridge between Morocco and Australia. And I thank the gallery Abla Babu and Abla for bringing me along in this adventure. The renowned gallerist Abla Babu spoke enthusiastically of her experience with and appreciation for the collection displayed in her gallery. My gallery is open to all cultures of the world, and when the Australian ambassador came to see me and expressed his wish to show his sublime Aboriginal textile designs, I was seduced by this idea that we will show the Moroccan public cultures from elsewhere. They are handmade fabrics by an association of women in Australia, so I found the idea to be very beautiful. It was a bit of a challenge because I'm not used to this kind of installation. I did the hangings myself. It was a bit startling to receive these long bands of fabric in the gallery, but in the end, I tried to make a scenography more or less adapted, but it still wasn't easy. Rabat is my all-time favorite city. It's where my family is based. I have lived in Paris and Casablanca, but I could not see myself living anywhere else but in this beautiful city, a city that is becoming more and more wonderful, and which is currently the cultural capital of Africa. It's a city that is opening up to all forms of art. As you can see in the city center, every day new museums and spaces are being opened. And I find that it's a city that lends itself to cultural events because of its cleanliness, its culture, and its rather quiet population. It's a city that needs to be more and more animated. For the rest of the evening, the gallery was ambient with people from all walks of life, wandering around, admiring the beauty of the indigenous textile designs, and engaging in seemingly endless conversations with fervor and vested interest.
I really like this exhibition. I really like the theme of it. It's deep and wonderful respect for the history of Australia. Yes, and it says a lot about the people who lived before and who are still there. And yeah, it's just wonderful. I really like being here.
I think these are glorious fabrics. I love Indigenous art, and I'm very excited that this is here.